What just happened? I've been filming a lot of my videos now with like other people, namely the Space Girl, but she's not caught up at Attack on Titan. And this is one of those times where I really wish I had somebody to bounce off of because I am shocked silent. It's taking a lot for me to even form words right now. But with that said, hello everybody. How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another one of our weekly Attack on Titan final season discussion videos. Today we're here to talk all about episode 20, Memories of the Future. Before we get into it though, guess who got a gold star last week? It was you. Here is your gold star. Don't know what it is of yet, but here it is. And I'm gonna give you a big challenge. Let's say that we try to aim for 200 likes before next week's video. 200 likes, and if you make it, I'll give you a gold star, and then again we will count all the gold stars at the end of this season. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it. Wow. I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to start. I'm genuinely so shocked. I am stunned silent, like I said. I took like a minute or two after like watching the episode just to kind of sit with my face in my hands going, what just happened? Like I was trying to gather my thoughts because I was really just kind of shocked. People really hyped this week's episode up. Like, I mean, really hyped it up. And so I was like, what is this? Like everyone was saying like, this episode's gonna hit. Like whatever you're doing, make sure that you put Titan for last because you're not gonna be able to do anything after you see it. So I'm thinking like, what the hell is gonna happen? What is gonna happen? Because as far as I was concerned, I'm like, we're just going like for like a little trip down memory lane, ain't we? Like I don't see how it's gonna be that crazy. I was wrong. I will say, like, very quickly that I'll just to address that it was really cool seeing characters like Hannes and Kenny again. Like, because we see them very quickly, like, in flashbacks. And they're two of, like, my favorite characters in the thing. My favorite character, or my favorite season of the show in general is 3, although I am thoroughly enjoying the final. But, yeah, season 3 is, like, my favorite, like, both parts. So, for me, like, as much as I'm enjoying the final season, like, my favorite was 3, and Kenny was a big part of that. So seeing Kenny got me like, oh, it's Kenny! Like, even though we see him for, like, a second, right? But I was like, yay! But that's all, like, the hype. Well, I mean, that's not the hype, but that's all, like, the positive hype. Everything else was hype, but I was like, oh, no. Oh, no. Because, yeah, I will say also, before we start talking about like the oh no, that it was funny because I saw people mention this already, but like, is anybody else having a laugh over ripped blonde Jesus Zeke? Because I'm not gonna lie, it's a funny look. Like, I know it's not supposed to be funny, but I laughed. I thought it was funny. But yeah, I suppose I've put it off long enough. So Eren is vengeance now. Eren is Batman. Eren, my sweet boy. Oh, Eren. Oh, Eren. So, okay. I was of the mind that whatever Eren has cooking, that I'm gonna be on it. Because I've been with this friggin' guy for this whole time. Since season 1. You know, we've been riding with Eren the whole time. And so I was like, he's got a plan. Everybody give him some space. He's got a plan. He's got a plan. He's gone a little dark side. I will give you that. But he has a plan. This isn't just pure vengeance. My boy is trying to do something, right? Like, my boy is trying to save us. Give him some space. I was wrong. I don't know if I was necessarily wrong, but Eren is vengeance now. Like, Eren is less human and more the walking embodiment of vengeance. Eren, goddamn, Eren this week is like he was scary. There's a shot of him. I might have made it the shot, or I might have went with something a bit more pretty. But there's this one shot of him that like you see it for a second when you see like every like it's showing like multiple different like characters' reactions to this thing that's happening with Grisha, and it shows Eren for like a second, and I was like, oh no, like I was like, that is like, oh Eren, what have we done? What have you done? Right? Like, because Grisha for a second was like, you know what? I can't do it. Like, so Grisha was not going to take the Founding Titan. He was going to allow himself to be eaten. That was it. And then Eren went full Grima Wormtongue on his ass. Eren went, Tatakai, right in his ear. Eren went like, what about your sister who got eaten by dogs? Right? What about everybody who died? Huh? What about them? What, like you gonna just leave them? Did they mean nothing? Fight. Alright? Tatakai. And I was like, what? Like, what the fuck? Like, hearing him, like, worm his way into his ear, like, oh my god. Like, it was so creepy. Like, I was like, oh my god, Eren, what have you done? And, like, Zeke's friggin' face of, like, what did you do? What did you do? Right? And then the fact that, like, Zeke was us, like, the whole time. Zeke was just like, what have you done? Like, oh my god. And then Eren being like, by the way, to quote Team 4-Star, I can see the future. Like, Eren could see the future. He could see the future. And in the future, well, it's not so much like that Eren can see the future as much as all Attack Titans can see each other's futures. Which explains, what's his name? I've forgotten my man's name, but it explains his whole, like, you have to save Mikasa and Armin. And then who is Mikasa and Armin? Like, oh, you know what? I don't know. Whose memories were those? Right? Like, that moment, like, is suddenly, like, that moment suddenly hits so much harder, because it's like, oh my god, the, like, Kruger, that was his name, the Attack Titans can see each other's memories, which means Grisha knew the entire time. Like, when Grisha says, like, don't worry, son, when the time comes, when I get back, I'll show you what's in the basement. All right, and he's like, yeah, but when he's saying it, he's looking right at Eren. Like, not past Eren, our Eren, present Eren, right? He's looking right at him, and he's shocked, right? And I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, this moment where it's like, Eren is the reason that Grisha ate the Founding Titans. Eren might... What if Eren is the reason all of this is happening? What if every decision was Eren? You know what I mean? Like, oh, I got chills just thinking about it. Like, what? Like, I can't believe Eren is that the reason why that happened. Like, because it sets the events of the series into motion. Eren is no joke. Like, Eren's like, oh, it was me. Right? Like when he sees, like, I did this, right? Like, I'm the reason why this happens. Right? Eren saw, when he kissed Historia's hand, he saw all of it. Right? Eren is even able to push Zeke out of the past. Like, Zeke, cause, oh my god, Grisha has this moment with Zeke where he's like, you have to stop him, and then he pushes him out of the past, and you just see Eren, like, standing above Zeke, like, you thought I was gonna be manipulated by you. You thought you had this whole thing figured out, didn't you? Well, too bad, because I'm Eren fucking Yeager. It's like, oh my god! What the hell? What just happened? Oh my god, dude. Zeke, can we talk about Zeke, by the way? Oh my god. Like, Zeke spends most of this episode trying to beat the nationalism out of Eren's heart, and fails, by the way. But just, it's, oh my god. I'm still just shocked by the Eren thing. Zeke is played hard. And I thought, it's so funny, because I was like, last week I was like, we thought Eren was the guy, but it turns out no, Zeke is that guy. But then it turned out no, Eren was actually the guy all along, right? So it's like, oh my god. Zeke, like, spends the whole time saying, like, I'm gonna show you the past, and I'm going to show you, I'm gonna beat this nationalism out of you. And I'm going to show you this man. And I'm going to show you his memories. We are going to see his whole life, right? And I am going to show you that I was right, right? Meanwhile, Eren's just like, oh, I got news for you, my guy. I've seen this shit already. I've actually watched this show already. I know all the spoilers, right? Like, Eren's like, oh, I actually know everything. But Zeke is just like, I'm going to show you everything. And he's like, when he sees Grisha, Zeke is like initially like disgusted, right? Like when he sees him at first, he's like insulted by the memories that he's seeing of like Grisha like picking up baby Eren and hanging out with Carla and everything. Like he's like insulted by this, right? Like he's genuinely like screw you, like you left me, blah blah blah. And Eren even says like Eren calls him at one point saying like you're haunted by the memory of your dad, right? And it's true. It's like a grown man haunted by the memory of his father. And Zeke was never able to let Grisha's betrayal go, like never fully able to forgive him, right? Which is funny because technically Zeke betrayed Grisha, but also Grisha is like was shitty to Zeke the entire time. He was a shit dad, right? And that stands. Like, I will say, we'll talk about Grisha in a bit, but Grisha's still a shitty dad, and he's kind of a shitty person. By kind of, I mean Grisha's a shitty person. But he's a complicated shitty guy, and we'll get into it. But, like, Eren, like, does rightfully call Grisha an asshole, and Zeke is like, oh, good. Like, Zeke's like, oh, good, you're starting to see it my way, right? Because he says, like, I know I shouldn't have been born, and I am no longer brainwashed, right? Like, he tells Zeke that, right? But really, I feel like that's Eren saying, like, I am, I will say this because people get confused, and I still can't believe the Crunchyroll Awards did this. Eren is now the villain of the story, but a single character cannot be both a protagonist and an antagonist. You know what I mean? So, like, Eren, no matter how you view it, Eren is either the antagonist or the protagonist. I still consider him the protagonist because it's his story. But he has become the villain now, right? You can also, like, but I understand if people are like, the Marley characters are kind of the protagonists now. I can see that, because the final season really does feel like a sequel show, you know what I mean? So if you told me, like, for this season, he's the antagonist, I'd get it, but he's not both protagonist and antagonist. He is one or the other. It is a literature device, you know, like, you could be one or the other, you cannot be both. He is a villainous protagonist, or he is a villainous antagonist. One or the other. But Zeke, like, I think was shocked by just how villainous our boy could be. Because, like, the things he sees Eren do shocks Zeke to his core. Zeke spends most of this episode being like, I will show you this as many times as it takes until you see things my way. And then spends the rest of the episode like, oh shit. Like, most of this episode is just Zeke being like, what? Like, he's, like, shocked to see Grisha Not only is he shocked to see that Grisha cannot take the Founding Titan, like, years before he eventually would, right? Zeke's like, oh my god. But he doesn't find the Titan, he doesn't take the Titan until, like, years later. But he knew they were here? It's like, yes, Zeke, he knew, right? And he didn't do it. And so Zeke's like, but why? Right? And then after that, he starts to see that Grisha allowed Eren to live a life free of his influence. And Zeke's like, but why? Right? And then he sees that Grisha cannot go through with taking the Founding Titan. He's like, but why? Right? And then we get into the Grisha of this episode. I am going to talk now about Grisha. Because I, for a long time, have said Grisha is one of my most hated characters, right? Like, I thought Grisha was, like, the friggin' worst, right? Not in terms of a badly written character, because there is a difference. I don't really think there is a badly written character in Titan. Like, they're all pretty well written. Grisha is, like, very complicated. Grisha's a very complicated dude. And I will say, like, that in terms of speaking about Grisha as, like, good or evil, like, if we were to ally him with one of those sides, right? Give him, like, align him up with either good or evil, I wouldn't even know where to put him, right? Like, Grisha is a very morally gray character, and I definitely had the wrong idea of him. I still think he's a shit, though. I still think he's a bad person. But he's more complicated than I had given him credit for. Because he can't do it. Like, there's so many times where he's like, I can't do it. And to see him, like, break down crying and, like, hugging Zeke and saying, like, please stop Eren. Right? And when he yells to Eren, like, I killed them! I ate the Founding Titan and I killed the kids! Is this what you wanted, Eren? Right? And I'm just like, what the hell? It reminded me of, I saw him in the holocrons, killing younglings. Right? Like, that's what it reminded me of. I was just waiting for Zeke to go full Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Just go full, like, hello there. And just, like, I saw him on the holocrons, killing younglings. Right? Just like Eren did that. Eren made Grisha do that, Zeke. Right? Like, just, like, I wish I could go back to past me, like, watching the show for the first time and be like, hey, hi there, Underhill, guess what? This is all Eren's fault. All of it. Eren made this shit happen. Eren wanted this shit to happen. I don't know why I'm becoming Green Goblin. I don't know why I was just like, the heart, Grisha! First we take his heart. Right? Like, that's just, first we attack his heart. Like, that's literally what it feels like. It's like, oh my god. Like, just like, it was all Eren. The whole time. Right? Like, oh my god. Like, Grisha by the way, Grisha seeing Zeke and saying I love you and I'm sorry. Oh, god damn. That was a shot through the heart. And the show's to blame. Isayama gives love a bad name. Oh my god, man. I got nothing left in the tank. I have to end this video because I am... man, I had the wrong idea of Grisha this whole time. Like, Grisha was a lot more manipulated than I had realized. Grisha does spend most of his life being manipulated by other people, I will say that. But he also turned around and manipulated his kid until Zeke could take it no more and threw the weight of everything on Eren, although to be fair, that was probably Eren telling him to do it. So yeah, I don't know. Everything I thought I knew was a lie, and my brain hurts, so I'm gonna go. Okay, outro. Wait, I'll do it in the Green Goblin voice. Everything you thought you knew was a lie. Outro. And there you have it, everybody. That is going to wrap it up for today's video, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to boop that up snoot, share if you care, leave a comment down below, and of course, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and set notifications to all. Let all of AnyTube know that you are here, and if you haven't done so already, go ahead and check out our Discord so that you can actually be notified when new videos go up, and of course, you'll also be notified when we're streaming over on the other website that starts with a D. On top of being the best way to get notified for new videos, it's also a good place to discuss with fellow anime fans and stuff like that. So if that sounds cool to you, go ahead and join us over on the Discord, link down in the description. Also linked to the description is our Patreon page, and that, along with the join button right beside the sub button, are great ways to help keep this channel afloat. You will find our Patreon page for as little as $1. You can help keep this channel running. And of course, a big thank you I have to give to our masters of masters, the true legends, Asaki VT, Elizabeth Just Elizabeth, JCran23, Jeremy P, Matt87 Eagle, Shadow Creative, Shiorans, Stephen G, Stevie W, Trapmaster, Trevor W, and Tristan G. Thank you all so much for being so freaking cool. I really love and appreciate all of you guys for your tremendous support of this channel. And if you too would like to have your name shouted out at the end of videos, once again, go check out that Patreon link in the description or hit the join button right beside the sub button. Either way helps out a ton. And that's it for me. So until next time, clean your room. Just trust me, a clean room is a clean mind. Maybe do some Tai Chi. Drink lots of water and brush your teeth. And yeah, have a good day. Bye.